got a Tava lifestyle, give life. You 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 got a Tava lifestyle, give life. Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Give one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team getting money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah, they know us. We can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you got a Tava lifestyle, give life. 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 It go Tava lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Tava lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Ayy, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Lifestyle.
Good morning, Tava Nation. Good morning. This is Dr. Nicole Bramwell. I am coming in from sunny Florida to talk to you today. Welcome, everyone. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Nicole Bramwell. I have been a doctor for a long time when I think about it. It's been 27 years, but I've been with Tava since the beginning. And that's awesome. So I am here to share. I keep learning more and trying to bring more to you about your products so that you can share that with people and know that the products can help them. All right. So let's see. I've been doing weight management for 8 years in my private practice. And so actually I was almost all virtual before COVID. So that was an easy switch over. But since Tava is a phone-based business, that made it even better. So, everything from my phone. So that's fabulous. I know you all want to hear about the products. What I'm going to do today is kind of focus in mostly on gut health and how all the products are related to that. But gut health actually is related to a lot of other parts of your health. And so we'll talk about that in a bit. So hopefully everyone's having a great Saturday. I've been having a great Saturday. Let's see, I was on book club. I'll put in a shameless plug for my sponsor and mentor, Mr. Tony Fleming, with a book club. What you say to yourself when you talk to yourself. So about self-talk. And that has some impact on your health as well. A lot of impact on your health. But you'll have to join the book club next Saturday to find out. And so let's talk about your health. So let's do some housekeeping first. So I want to thank everyone, Mr. Kenny E. Lloyd and Mrs. Shante Lloyd. Man, these products are amazing. The vision is fabulous. I am glad that I am on this arc and that we have such an amazing staff, Mr. Kevin Harris and Ms. Lachelle Pierre. Mr. Kevin Harris, our COO, and Ms. Lachelle Pierre, our Director of Operations, and then customer service. You all are amazing. And I'm not even going to try to say everybody's name, although I do speak to Ms. Callie probably at least once a week, sometimes a couple of times a day. So I thank you so much for the grace that you give me when I give you a call. And all of you that are making Tava what it is, and then what it's going to be. It's definitely Tava International as we speak that into existence, right? So, all right. So I am a medical doctor. I always like to start here. I'm a medical doctor, but I am not your doctor. Unfortunately, I can't be the doctor for all of you. So I am bringing information. We're not professing any cures or treatments. What I like to say about Tava products is that they support you in optimizing your health and getting your health in a better place. So whatever your health goal is, that's the other thing. It's not just about weight loss. So if you say, I don't need to lose any weight, I don't need to use a detox tea, I don't need any of that. Well, yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm going to tell you why. All right. So we're going to start off. I always start off with the Vasea detox tea. And especially since we're focusing in on the gut, your gut is your second brain. Let me tell you a little bit about that. So you have what they call an enteric nervous system, right? And that means the nervous system that's associated with your gut. Guess what? That nervous system communicates with the rest of your nervous system. Yes, your central nervous system that involves your brain and the rest of your body, all the nerves everywhere and all the signals that are going everywhere with the neurotransmitters. And don't worry about any of the big language. Just get the gist of the point that things are connected. And so it's extremely important for your gut to be in good health. All right. So let's talk about the Vasea detox tea. So people say they don't need to detox. I've never detoxed. It's going to do X, Y, and Z. They just don't know. But this is like the easiest thing on the planet, really, to put it into a bottle of water and shake it up, open it, of course, first, and pour it in. It's a, powder. So, this starts with telling people the right way to use this. So you want this to work with your body. You want the detox to work with your body. So a lot of people think that there's going to be an increased advantage to taking this on an empty stomach. Like that's going to help you because your stomach's empty. Now you're going to empty out what else is there. And then that's going to make things better. Well, absolutely not. That's not going to happen. That actually is probably going to make you feel horrible. Because it is meant to be taken around your heaviest meal, whatever that is for you. Culturally, it could be your lunch for some people. So those folks in Jamaica, usually the lunch, at least when I was growing up and I used to visit my grandfather and my uncle there, lunch was the heaviest meal. All right. And yes, I am what my husband affectionately calls a Jamaican. Okay. So I'm a first generation American born to two Jamaican parents. All right. But so, you want to mix it into water, mix it up properly. OK, so you want to shake it up and you'll see the color change. And I'm sorry, I don't have that demonstration. I didn't think of that until just now, but that's OK. You know what a bottle of water looks like. And here's your packet of tea. All right. And so you're going to mix it up until it darkens. It's going to look like tea. To me, it just tastes like at best, unsweetened tea. But it really doesn't have any flavor to me. So I just drink it. It tastes like water. So you're going to do that and then you're going to drink it, but you're going to drink it 30 minutes prior to your heaviest meal or 1 to 2 hours after your heaviest meal, because that's when your gut is actually going to be in motion. So the senna that creates gut motility, enhances gut motility, is going to work along with that movement. But you drank that bottle of water with the Vasea detox tea. I want you to drink some more water with it because you have dextrin fiber in here. And anytime you add fiber into your diet, however you do it, more leafy green vegetables, all that stuff, you need to add water. And this is probably going to be a little bit too graphic for most people, but, or for some people rather. We're not going to mention any names. But what you're trying to create is a mudslide. All right. You can't create a mudslide without water. All right. So fiber, think of them like small stones, rocks, and think of what you're trying to get out as rocks. And if you don't add any water, then you have no mudslide. Okay. So that's what we're trying to do. All right. Although we're not trying to cause diarrhea. So, and apparently, if you don't use it correctly or some things are going on, sometimes when you have gut issues and you have a lot built up in there, watery stuff slides past the hard stuff. And so, that could still get out and you think that everything's out, but actually it's not. You have more to clear out. So don't use that. Especially if it's your first time detoxing, you need to kind of keep in mind, I probably do have something to clear out, especially if you haven't been feeling well or you've had gut issues over time, that there's more to come out. So you probably need to continue on the process. Seek help from your medical professional if you, you think you're having problems, or just ask questions with the person that showed this to you and they can get some answers to you. All right. So water with this. Okay. So senna moves the gut. So that's going to dislodge things that have been hanging out, move. And unfortunately, yeah, they can hang out for a long time. If you've had gut issues for a while, actually, it takes your gut, when you start doing the right things, it takes your gut 8 to 12 months to actually correct from whatever was going on before. Okay. Because it's expanded, it's not responding normally. And so this can be of great help for you to get that process started and get your gut back to better health. So let me give a definition of what I'm talking about when I talk about the gut. Basically, what we call the gastrointestinal system. And I don't mean to be complicated, so please, I'm not going to complicate this. So I'm going to abbreviate that by saying GI system, okay? Gastrointestinal system. So you can just say GI system or gut. And that starts from your mouth all the way down to the end where things come out, all right? And so that's what I'm referring to, that entire system. I'm sorry, that entire tract. Now, the system includes not only that tract from your mouth to the end, it also includes your liver, your pancreas, and your gallbladder. So those things are actually part of your gastrointestinal system. So a lot of people ask, so when I detox, how do I detox? What do I need to take to detox my liver? Well, your liver feeds into your gut because it's part of the GI system. So that actually happens as you detox. I'm gonna back up. Yes, when you detox your gut, you are helping your liver to detox. Now, your liver actually detoxes your body. It's filtering things, cleaning things, and then taking it out, right? When you detox, that's helping your liver. Okay, so you're detoxing your liver too by way of your gut. All right, so I hope that question is answered when we talk about the detox tea. Now, if you have, okay, so everybody has stress, right? Everybody has stress, especially now. There have been lots of stressful things happening. Your body responds to that. That's that enteric system. That's that enteric nervous system in your gut, right? And so if your gut's not functioning properly, the hormones that I'm not the hormone, but the substance serotonin that controls your mood, it's actually produced by the bacteria, the normal bacteria that's in your gut. Well, if that bacteria is not normal, and that bacteria can't be normal if your gut's not acting normal, then guess what? You don't feel so good. And people that actually have what they call irritable bowel syndrome, which is kind of a functional gut issue, like it's still working, but you feel yucky and different things happen depending on your level of stress and what have you. And so that is actually associated with 30 to 40% more occurrence of anxiety and depression. So it's not the anxiety and depression going the other way, although that can happen too. But actually, if you have irritable bowel syndrome or other types of functional bowel issues like intermittent diarrhea, intermittent constipation, all of that, pain, bloating, reflux, all of those things, then that is going to, your gut's not going to function properly. Serotonin's not going to be produced properly. And actually 95% of the serotonin that's produced in your body is produced by the gut, what we call gut flora or gut bacteria, normal bacteria. Okay. So that's extremely important, that you want to make sure that your gut is going to function. So if it's not cleared out, you should not go 3, 4, 5 days without going to the bathroom. Okay. I know it may have been normal for you while you were growing up, because a lot of people tell me that. And then auntie was like that and mommy was like that. And, everybody. So it became your normal background, but it's actually not normal for the body. And so it could be adding to some of the things that you are experiencing. All right. So, and then the chamomile and papaya, while I was going on that whole rant there, is about, decreasing inflammation and also supporting their immune system. So they have these properties. So again, I'm not making any medical claims. So please don't go say that Dr. Bramwell said that, oh yeah, the Vasea Detox Tea is going to cure my immune system. It is going to support and help you get your immune system probably in better balance. But we're not talking about cure or treatment here, okay? So definitely still follow with your doctor about whatever medical condition you may have. So the chamomile, so it has they have the properties also being anti-inflammatory. And so since inflammation occurs with stress and different conditions, and that being quieted in your gut is actually going to help your gut to function better. When you have increased inflammation, things don't function well. Actually, your body's actually fighting kind of itself. And so clearing it out, getting detox, and that's just what's happening in your body. Let's not even talk about what's happening from the outside when you go outside and you get exposed to toxins. When you're inside, you're cleaning the bathroom, you're cleaning, you're spraying whatever perfume, you're using cosmetics. All those things have things that don't belong in our body, but our body actually has to clear them out. It cannot do that efficiently if you have a bunch of inflammation, and it may even add to the inflammation if your gut is not functioning well on a regular basis. All right. So, and you can have good stress, and that still can affect you. Like, not good stress, but like I was looking for my wedding ring a little bit earlier before I came on here, and already I felt that feeling in my belly, like where did I put it? Where did I leave it? So it can happen very, very quickly. Your body responds to you very, very quickly because of that nervous system. And so you have to be really aware of that. Okay, so that's the Vasea Detox Tea. I think I need to clarify that this can be used in different frequencies by different people, depending on what your rhythm is, that it claims with the Vasea Detox Tea. So everybody's not stuck into the same rhythm. What I do want to say is, from a medical standpoint, what we follow as a physician desk reference is that because this contains senna, even though it's natural and it's from an extract, so it's probably better than the synthetic, I would not advise past 14 days in a row of taking the detox tea. That being said, there are multiple ways to avoid that. Some people that have had problems for quite some time, they take it every other day. So it keeps them going. That keeps their gut healthy, right? Some people will detox on the weekends, so 2 to 3 days. So everyone's regimen can be different. It doesn't have to be the same, but you can reap the same benefits. Okay, may go at a different pace too, depending on what else you're doing. Okay, because as you do better, you have to do better, right? As you know better, you have to do better. So I'm telling you the know part, you're going to know it now. So now you need to do better. So once you start doing this, which I think actually happens naturally because your stomach actually feels full longer because you have the fiber in here, that you actually start to make some better choices. But you need to keep going, especially if you're trying to change what you're doing. Okay, so that's the Vasea Detox Tea. I hope that got a bunch of questions answered on that. So staying with the gut, okay, or the gastrointestinal system, the GI system. Let's talk about the Valet 30. So you need nutrients, right? And you need nutrients in the right amount. So why do we say, oh, take the liquid vitamin, And actually, I have mine right here. So I'm going to take it, and actually I'm going to take it with a flare, although I haven't talked about the flare yet, but I'm going to take my flare. And my Valet 30. Okay, because I didn't do that today yet, and I wanted to make sure that I did that, but show you that I do take them and how easy it is. I also wanted to show off my Tava shot glass. I love this shot glass. I actually have another one too. So vitamin D in here. So you saw how much I took, right? And I didn't fill it back up, and I didn't drink from the bottle and not measure how much. it's really, really important. Mr. Lloyd and Mrs. Lloyd and LaCour, they went through a lot of trouble to combine things and come up, do this combination in proper formulation and everything. One shot, all in. Okay, let's talk about why that's so important and why I stress that when I talk about it. You think I'm just being, the doctor just tells you stuff to do. They just want you to do what they tell you. They're bossy. It's not me being bossy, actually. So, although I can be. Vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, and vitamin A can actually be accumulated in your body because they are what we consider what we call fat soluble vitamins, which means they get deposited in the fat. They can accumulate in those places, and the same things that you're trying to make better in your system. If you take in too much vitamins, yes, you can take in too much vitamins. You can have too much of a good thing. Then you can actually have some really negative effects occur if they accumulate past certain levels. So serious that if you take in too much vitamin A in particular, you can actually increase the pressure in your head and have complications related to that with increased what we call intracranial pressure. So pressure inside your head, leading to like seizure and all kinds of stuff. So neurological things. So we don't want to do that. So really take me seriously when I say one shot, all in. Okay, especially if you've been doing a lot of that, like 2 and 3 shots every day or on any regularity, you don't want to do that. Okay, one shot, all in. Believe me, it's enough. All right. So the vitamin D. So vitamin D, lots of people are low. Lots of people are low. Vitamin D is low vitamin D is associated with diabetes. And I am not. I'm going to say this, and there's definitely research out there, so look it up. Do not say Dr. Bramwell, Dr. Nicole said that this cures COVID. I am not saying that. What I am going to tell you is that the people that they have studied, so it's a historical study, that the people that had COVID and had serious COVID-19 complications, has been associated with low vitamin D. Now, I'm not saying that it caused that. I'm saying that there's an association, and that's a clear distinction. All right. But very important for you to know that happens. So that happens with diabetes. That happens with, in the serious cases of COVID-19. So just kind of keep that in mind. You can look that literature up for yourself that was not written by Dr. Bramwell. Okay, that is a historical study that they've gone back and looked at those patients that has serious disease. All right. So that being said, vitamin D is sunlight. There are lots of reasons why the sunlight isn't working. I live in Florida, and lots of people are still low. They come in, they're low normal, or it's almost non-existent. And so that's one of the things about the liquid vitamin, is that it's going to go into your system quickly. It's going to get absorbed easily because your gut does not have to do the job of stripping away what's holding the tablet in its form. All right. And there are lots of things they put there to hold it together, gelatin and all kinds of different big words that are on there. The bigger the word, you're probably in trouble already. Okay. But your gut has to actually strip that away before those nutrients are actually available to you. Well, guess what happens is that every nutrient is not absorbed along the system, the GI system, at the same spot. So it's almost like missing your exit. Here, I-4, if you miss your exit now, especially during the construction, it's just all over. You got to turn around. It's just, you got to start over. So just know that, and actually literature supports that it's only about 3 to 20% maximum what you get that's stated to be in the tablet vitamins. 95% absorption. That's very, very important. That means that it's actually available for your body to use. And so now you get that into your system, it's easily taken in your gut, and it can actually be sent to the other parts of your body where you need it in different systems. Vitamin D is it functions in every system in the body. Some very important systems like your bones, okay? It helps with recapturing what we would call resorption, but recapturing of calcium, helps the absorption of calcium into your bones, okay? So you have to have enough vitamin D in order to do that, though. So even if you had enough calcium and you don't have enough vitamin D, guess what? You can actually have weak bones. So that can translate to that. Again, the liver is part of the GI system, so you can see where this is extremely important to get in enough on a daily basis with the one shot, not three, okay? Because vitamin D is one of those vitamins that could accumulate, and then you're going to actually have negative effects rather than positive effects, and we don't want to do that. We want to be in balance. That's what this is about, is getting your body in better balance so it can do the things that it's supposed to do. And do them well. Okay, so and then let's talk about the superfoods, because I really am trying to hone in on what goes on, and not that all of these nutrients don't support your body and your gut, and they're going in by way of your gut. But there were some that I kind of wanted to point out that we actually don't necessarily talk about all the time. So, and I hope I'm saying it right. It's the acerola, and that actually it's actually from South America. It's actually from the Amazonian country. So Amazonian Indians actually use this, a little bit of history, use the acerola to actually provide them with the proper nutrients, because it's a mega superfood. So it has many, many nutrients in it. The other thing is that the Spaniards, when they were traveling on the ocean and they were getting scurvy because they had deficiency in vitamin C, the acerola is actually what helped them to get that under control. And so that was introduced by the Amazonian Indians, right? So this is very, very important. You know, the acerola supports your body with the vitamin C, and then also antioxidant effect, so that you can, again, have inflammation under control in your body, so your body can actually do what it needs to do. And again, stress is a big, big, big thing. And inflammation is a big thing in your body that causes abnormalities to occur. So your gut's not going to function properly. So we want that to happen so you can get the nutrients in. The other part of this is your immune system. All right. Okay. Again, I am not saying that Valet 30 boosts your immune system. I am saying that Valet 30 gives you the nutrients that you need so that your immune system can naturally do what it needs to do because it's in better balance. Okay? You get the difference? Get the difference? Okay. I used to teach medical students and residents, so this is part of my conversation that I would have with them as well, the same way. But so, you know, lost my train of thought talking about that. So vitamin D is extremely important in the body in that way as well. And low vitamin D, like I told you, it also is associated with cancers and, like I said, diabetes, heart disease. So all of those things can be impacted by, you know, your vitamin D being in not being optimal. All right. Again, cause and effect. We're not talking about that. We want to optimize your body. Right. So that's the Valet 30. Wow. I didn't even know I could talk that long about just that little bit. That just tells you how much is in here. And just know that you do not have to know all of these facts to be able to talk with someone. The reason why Tava has me come in and sharing this with you, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to do that, is that if somebody says something, it should actually click to you. It's not for you to go vomit basically all of this all over the person that you're talking to. It's so that you know that when they say something, that these products may actually help them, and that can start a conversation. Still do your 3 ways. 3 ways are magical. Do your 3 ways, you know, get an expert on the line, even if you know the information, because we want to duplicate this and be able to get it out to more people. So the only way to do that is really to duplicate what we say and what we do. That's just a little part on the business side, right? So, all right. So that's the Valet 30. So now you saw me take my flare. This is my secret weapon. I love this. So I haven't shared very often that the flare actually has, I say that it has probiotics, but it actually has 7 different probiotics in it. So it is really going to support your gut. And remember, I told you that your gut bacteria, which is what the probiotics are, actually produce 95% of the serotonin that helps with your, that supports your mood, controls your mood, right? So you would agree that that's important, very, very important part of this. So that's why I talk about that. Like, this is so much more than an energy booster, although that is fabulous that it boosts your energy without giving you those caffeine side effects, even though it's more potent because of that guarana leaf. All right. But so you've got, and you've got this proprietary blend. So we're affecting the metabolism that occurs in your gut. You're supporting your immune system. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So backing up to the Valet 30. So the immune system with vitamin D, people that have low vitamin D actually have an increased likelihood of autoimmunity occurring with the body. So, not saying that you're causing things on purpose and not saying that it's causing that. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that having optimal levels of vitamin D is extremely important to your immune system. All right. So, just kind of keep that in mind. And that's very, very important. Again, vitamin D controls things, are interactions that control things like your blood pressure and your blood sugar, and definitely your immune system and many, many other things within the body. So vitamin D is crucial. And then, of course, B complex vitamins. So I like to say that these are the 360 wraparound for the B complex vitamins. And what you don't realize is that B complex vitamins are not just about energy. The reason why you have energy, increased energy, the reason why you're able to function better, because they are actually fortifying other things in your body, like your muscles, your brain, your blood cells. Okay. So not only is iron necessary for proper blood cell production, but so are the B complex vitamins. Okay. Very, very important. And so don't go to sleep on the B complex vitamins. Okay. They support your body. And remember, so you have a nervous system in your gut and you have your central nervous system. So those are communicating. So we want to make sure that they are supported optimally. And you have selenium in 3 of the products, the Valet 30, the Flare, and the Caprice that I'll talk about in just a minute. I know you've been waiting for that one because y'all like to hear me say that I'm not a coffee drinker, but I drink Caprice, right? So lots of things in here. I do want to make a plug that, again, not curative, but because they are supportive. A lot of people ask, will these help me if I have diabetes or blood pressure? Yes, if you are optimizing your body with the nutrients that are in both of these, in things like chromium that's in the Flare, then you're supporting your insulin, optimizing your insulin function. And yes, indirectly, it can make those things better by helping you to get to a better weight, giving you the nutrients that you need. So now you can absorb what you're supposed to because your gut's in better function, your body's getting nutrients better and more efficiently, and that goes along that. So it's not directly affecting your sugar level or your blood pressure, but because it is helping balance things out throughout your body, that it's actually going to help you, do better with that. And do not go and say, okay, I'm stopping my medications because I'm going to take Tava. You go to your doctor, you tell your doctor that you are going on this system and that you'd like to work with him or her to see if you can actually decrease your medication or if you can get off your medication. Please do not stop your medication. And I'm going to say this seriously because I care about all of you, is that high blood pressure is called a silent killer for a reason. Do not stop your medication without following with your physician. Okay. I can't express that strongly enough. Please, please, please. All right. We don't want anybody getting into trouble. We want to help. Tava is here to help. We're not, again, making any claims of cure or treatment, but the products can help you. Okay. All right. That's my plug for that. All right. I still know somebody's going to go out there and say, Dr. Bramwell said this, and it's not going to be what I said, but we'll work on that. Maybe just play this for them, and then you don't have to say that. Then they can hear for themselves what I actually said. All right. So, all right. The Caprice CBD infused coffee, right? No, I am not a coffee drinker. I don't go now and I'm doing K-cups like crazy and what have you. This is really the only coffee that I drink. And so I tried it. I wasn't even going to try it because I actually don't traditionally like the smell of coffee. Like, it doesn't do anything for me when somebody said, "Ooh, that smells so good." Really didn't do that for me. My mom was a coffee drinker. She drank one cup of coffee every day, had to have it. But she did drink the Caprice too, once it came along. And it did help her actually. But so the CBD has multiple benefits. I can't even possibly go into this. Just know that these things are well described in the literature. They're still being studied because the benefits are amazing. What I do want to make clear is that the CBD that's in this product, if you go to your website, you don't even have to sign in. Go to your website, go click on the Caprice. Go ahead, and there should be, as you scroll down just slightly under, I think the first paragraph where it starts describing what it does, there's a green line that says Certificate of Analysis. Click on that, and it's going to bring up, I think it's 3 sheets. The first sheet tells you that the CBD is present. It shows you that on the analysis, and then it tells you total THC. And I was surprised, so I'm going to clarify this, that THC is actually, that is marijuana. Okay, so THC. So there's 0 THC, total THC. But what's even more striking to me from a medical standpoint and from a scientific standpoint is then on the next sheet, what they do is something we call fractionate. So they show the different components, because it's not just total THC. THC has different forms. And each one of the forms that THC has, I think there are 3 or 4 of them that were tested by Tava and by Liqueur. And I think it's an independent analysis that was done too, but it's signed off, it's certified that there's 0 THC in each one of those fractionated components as well. All right. CBD is different. It's called a cannabidiol. It does not give a high feeling. It doesn't give a sleepy feeling. All right. Because now we're going to go back to the serotonin, that 95% of it is produced in your gut, right? The CBD actually helps to enhance the production of serotonin. So that's where the calm, focused energy comes from. All right. I know those words don't actually go together, but they do go together for us, right? Because we've got the Caprice CBD infused coffee. So that's very important. So you can actually have focused energy, be calm and not be bound, because people talk about energy. And I think that automatically it comes into your brain that people are going to bing, 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 jumping all around. And even people that say, "Oh, I have enough energy." Well, is it focused? Are you getting stuff done? Because you still may need to drink some of this Caprice coffee. Okay. So it gives you that because by way of the serotonin. And then it actually decreases inflammation. So remember, we talked about inflammation is extremely important in getting that under control in your body. And I didn't talk about the antioxidants, all the antioxidants that are in all of these products. That's a whole other training by itself. The antioxidants that are in the Valet, crazy, Flare, crazy. And that's, so you have those things that actually are going to help your body and decrease the inflammation. The CBD does that as well. It also helps with pain. And again, these are not claims by Dr. Bramwell or by Tava Lifestyle. They are described in the medical literature, so you can look it up for yourself. I always say trust and verify. Okay, so you can trust what I say and you can go verify it for yourself. That's why I told you where to find that certificate of analysis. And so, you know, it can decrease it will help with pain because it actually goes into 5 different pain pathways. So that's kind of unique for things that address pain. Many things only address pain 1 or 2 ways maximally. So 5 different pain pathways. I have tried this. I don't get headaches often anymore, but I've had a couple of headaches that have just hit me and kind of taken over my day. And I just really wasn't thinking that the Caprice could help. I really didn't. Even after I tried it one time and it actually worked. And then it happened again. And it took a long time before I drank the coffee again. I don't understand. That's what we do. We go into these bad behaviors, go back into the bad behavior, even though we know something works. But anyway, so I did finally drink it. Even before I finished the cup of coffee of the Caprice, the headache had gone away. That's my personal testimony. I have used it for my mom when my mom had a bad headache and some leg pain. And it actually, with the leg pain, it gradually helped over time. We saw that she needed less medicine. And then one time when she had a really, really bad headache and we did the coffee and she hadn't even finished maybe a third of it and the headache went away. And that was after giving medication, you know, like around the clock for a day or so. So that's just my personal testimony. You know, I think that it's worth it to try it. As far as the focused energy, I sleep better because of that balance of the serotonin. And then I wake up clear, like it's not a fuzzy, heady kind of feeling the next day. You're actually clear, ready to go. And I'm not typically a morning person. So, you know, the CBD, don't go to sleep on this. Actually, I just mentioned it to somebody yesterday. I know you're not a coffee drinker. It's okay. Try it, especially if you're having one of those issues that, you know, some things aren't working as well, or you're trying things, you can add this to it. Okay. It doesn't have to be the only thing that you use, but the whole thing is to optimize your body so that you can actually do everything that you want to do, everything that you plan to do. Be productive in doing that because your body is functioning better. Your best wealth is your health. And then everything can come after that. So definitely, if this helps people, then that can translate into dollars for sure, right? For you and for other people. So use the system, use all the products, really. That's really the best way. Definitely, they are made to be synergistic. They work powerfully together. They make each other work harder and better. Each one is great individually, but they're so much better together. All right. Just like how we are in Tava Nation, we're better together. All right. Tava International, we're going to say. I think that's all I have because I could just go on and on because I really do love the products. I will tell you, I like to share that as I've been doing weight management for 8 years, part of my regimen with my clients coming in to lose weight was to give injections of either B12 or B complex vitamins. And they would get that weekly. And so B vitamins are actually a water soluble vitamin. So you can tolerate higher levels of that. So let me clarify that. Somebody's going to call me on that because you all are too smart. So I used to do that. Anybody that has been using the system, as I share the Tava with them and transition my clients to, which most of them are actually transitioned onto all of the products, they have not needed the B complex or the B12 shots because they feel enough energy with these and their improved gut with the Vasea detox tea. Okay. And then this helps them with the focus. So I cannot express to you how well these products, how happy I am with how these products are helping not only people, I've known or been treating, but family, friends, and then even new friends, new people that I meet just have so many great things to say about Tava. And so I believe that that's close to my time. I think I've talked enough. I'm going to need to drink some water. But I thank you so much for your time and attention. I loved meeting folks in Philly and hearing from people on the phone or on Facebook that you all are loving the information that you're getting on the products. And so I love sharing that because I love using them. All right, so I'm going to sign off. You all have a fabulous day. I am going to make another shameless plug that mindset, which can help you with the function in your body and your body feel better, can be helpful. So shameless plug for my sponsor and mentor, Mr. Tony Fleming. Mindset calls on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay, at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to ask him about that Eastern Standard Time sometime too, in relationship to Jamaica. See if he tells you. But anyway, thank you so much for your time and attention. Have an amazing rest of your day and rest of your weekend. Thank you. Bye.
Got a top of lifestyle, give life. 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 Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Real boss. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Get one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah they know us. We can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you got a top of lifestyle, give life. 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 It go top of lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hey to pipe down. Top of lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hey to pipe down. Hey, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Real boss, rockstar life spread well across the nation.